Hello and welcome. I'm Alan Thompson, the hardest working realtor in West Volusia, and I'm joined once again with Mr. Tom Fazio. Tom, we did a discussion not long ago about credit and getting a mortgage, and we were just so full of questions that we thought we'd do a second series here and talk about improving your credit. And so some of the questions, I've got them in front of me that we came up with, and I figure we'll turn it over to Tom. Tom, before we get started, do you want to introduce yourself and say anything to the audience?
Well, sure. Hey, I'm Tom Fazio, your loan arranger, and I am here to just help you guys and do a great job and show you the right path and guide you through the process.
We'll go ahead and start in with some of the questions that we've got, Tom. Let's say I pay my credit card balances off every month. Why is it when I check my credit report, do my balances keep showing up?
Great question. This happens a lot, and it's something I hear a lot from people. And the reason is most people are making their payment when the payment's actually due. And when the balance gets reported is actually about right at the time that the cycle closes, which is going to be about a week or so before the payment due date. Now, you can call the credit card company and should to get that actual due date for each month that you're trying to do this. And if you go to your online banking checking account, you can control exactly when you make those payments to control what that balance is going to be and maximize your credit score potential for that given month. That can make a big difference.
Okay, so it kind of sounds like you answered my second question, which is there any way that this can be made to work in my favor so that the balances truly reflect what I'm paying each month?
Yeah, exactly. I did that. That's kind of funny there, Alan. I guess I just got so excited there about
no worries
questions that people ask, and it's just these are very common. So these are great questions.
So another question we have is, I have previous negative credit and my scores are very low. What would you recommend, Tom?
You definitely need to call your mortgage professional and let them guide you. And credit repair will probably be in order.
So I was told if I file bankruptcy that I would have good credit. Is this true?
I hear this one a lot, and people think that filing bankruptcy is just going to instantly give them great credit. And that's not really how it works. Bankruptcy wipes out any previous credit that you include in it, and that keeps those creditors from coming back after you legally. But that in and by itself doesn't give you good credit. You still have to reestablish good credit and open new accounts if you've wiped out all your accounts completely, and show that you have a new good payment history all over again. And they're going to look for that.
So make sure I pay my bills once those credit cards are open, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The amount of time that you're going to have to wait is going to be determined by the program. And, that depends on whether you do the bankruptcy or a foreclosure or short sale. But these are things that your mortgage professional can guide you through, but typically not less than 2 years.
I never received a medical bill from a particular lab or operation, and they say that I owe, and it's gotten reported on my credit report after I filed bankruptcy. Can they do that?
Yeah, and that's one, you'd be surprised how often I hear this and get this question. So if you didn't get a bill, I hate to tell you this, but it's your responsibility to find out if there's any outstanding bills out there if you went to the doctor or to the hospital. And if they actually report anything negative after a bankruptcy, it's going to cause you a problem. See, because once you file the bankruptcy, they consider that you have cleared up the issue. And if you have any more issues after bankruptcy, it's going to cause you a problem getting your mortgage. So I would recommend, and it's something that I do, if you go to the hospital, you need to make sure that there are no lagging bills from labs. So 30 days from afterwards, 60 days, you should probably call and double check and make sure nothing's in the wings, because a lot of times people don't get them in the mail and they for whatever reason, but you still are responsible to make sure you keep your credit perfect for as long as that bankruptcy is reporting on your credit bureau.
So what I just did was not just regarding medical. This could be any kind of bill. If you're going to file bankruptcy, you probably need to make sure that you know all of your debts, whether they're reported on your credit report or not. Is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. Medical is probably the most common, and people think that's probably easily forgivable. But yes, Alan, you're right. You have to be mindful of everything that's out there, even if it's a $10 cable bill and that you somehow didn't get because you moved. If that gets filed after a bankruptcy, the underwriter's not going to like it, and it could cause you a problem.
Okay, and that's what I was thinking was that the old electric bill or the old cable bill or even the old insurance bill where you've canceled the insurance and they've turned a small portion over to a credit reporting agency because there was a small outstanding balance. I see that a lot. All right. Thank you, Tom. Let's say I want to pay off my bills, but my mortgage loan officer told me not to pay them just yet. Why would that be?
Well, when he's looking or she is looking at your total financial picture, they're trying to determine where things are going to be best taken care of. Using money on paying off a bill versus having money for reserves is one issue, and it can really make a difference. I've seen it make the difference in the approval, and people have had to figure out where they were going to get the extra money. So paying off a bill doesn't always help you as much as you need or think that it will. Sometimes it'll be fine and your debt ratio can handle it, and we still can get the approval just fine. So you're going to talk to your mortgage professional because you trust them. You've been referred to this person as someone you can trust. You're going to need to speak with them and see what they have to say, and know that they're the ones that have been doing this to make a living, and they have a great interest in seeing you succeed to be able to get your mortgage and buy your home.
That's some great information. I appreciate you sharing it with us. Is there any other advice that you would give to somebody who's a little bit worried about calling their loan officer because maybe they think they don't have good credit or they don't really know whether or not their credit's good? What advice do you have for somebody like that?
Make the call. We don't necessarily have to pull the credit to talk to you. And most of the time, I will talk to the person first to get all the numbers, crunch it, hear what they've got to say, listen to what they say is showing up on Credit Karma. And with that in mind, you don't have to allow someone to pull your credit to have a conversation. And I'm very glad to do that with people and do it all the time. So don't be fearful of making that call. They really do want to help you. And if you got someone that's pushing you, well, then maybe you call the wrong person. You need to call someone, like I said, that you can trust, that you feel comfortable with, and that's really there to help you.
Well, Tom, you're somebody that I trust. Why don't you share with us how we get in contact with you?
Well, I gladly give out my cell phone to everybody, and that number is 386-747-8956. You can call or text, and we can set up a time to speak and go into detail, answer your questions, and work on a plan for you. You might be ready to go, and we could typically, with someone that is ready to go, could have your not only pre-approval, but run you through the automated underwriting system on that phone call. If there's some work you need to do or you want to wait a little bit to save a little bit of money, we'll let us figure out what that plan is that's going to work for you. But you all have a great day, and I look forward to working with you and taking good care of you.
Before we close out, why don't you finish this up? Who are you?
I am Tom Fazio, your loan arranger, and I would be very happy to assist you in your mortgage process.
Perfect. Hey guys, if you have any questions that we didn't answer in this video, please feel free to leave those in the comments section below. You'll see just below this video also is Tom's information and mine. Thank you all for joining us today. Hey Tom, thanks for your time. It's always a pleasure.
My pleasure. Thank you.